Friday, the 25th of May, is Africa Day, and heads of state from across the continent have gathered in South Africa for the first Global African Diaspora Summit. The meeting is being hosted by the South African government and the African Union in Sandton, north of Johannesburg. Renee Del Carme has more.
The Global African Diaspora Summit, attended by at least 64 heads of state, is taking place under the theme towards the realization of a united and integrated Africa and its diaspora. The AU has described the African diaspora as consisting of people of African origin who are living outside the continent, but who are willing to contribute to the development of Africa and the building of the African Union. South Africa's Minister of International Relations told delegates that this summit came at an exciting time in Africa's history.
10 years ago, Time magazine had said that Africa is a doomed region. Today, headlines, as we're going to the summit in Addis Ababa in January 2012, headlines of Time magazine, Africa is rising. Africa is rising because Africa has become the second fastest economic region that's growing at a very impressive pace, negating the doom and gloom that comes with the global economic and financial crisis. And more than 8 of the countries today on this continent are among the fastest growing economies in the world.
The summit is also being attended by representatives of the millions of Africans who are citizens of other countries around the world. Many first, second and third generation Africans have started returning home, willing to share their financial and intellectual capital.
So what pulled me back to Africa really is that having finally achieved myself, excelled academically, excelled professionally, I felt that my contribution, my profession was more needed at home than in Europe. And I felt that my contribution would be more recognized at home than in Europe where I was.
You're not an African because you're born in Africa. You're an African when Africa is born in you. I am an African woman.
Members of the Rastafari diaspora attending the conference say they want to be recognized as Africans, even though most of them were born in the UK, the US and Jamaica.
No matter where one is born, if we have the melanin, we are African. And we should be African wherever we are. And we want equal rights and opportunities as Africans. Not because we're not born on the continent. We do not want anything less than what an African born on the continent would have.
We want to reconnect with our brothers and sisters here, to let them know who we are and who they are, so we know ourselves as one people.
There's no more need for them to shy away from identifying themselves with the continent, because this is where things are happening. This time around, we are not asking them to just connect with the continent because it's good spiritually to do so. But because as they connect with the continent, they will also be bringing in their investments, they will also be bringing their intellectual know-how, and they'll also benefit from that.
The African Union says the summit aims to create sustainable dialogue and partnerships between the African diaspora and the continent, and strengthen Pan-African solidarity for a better Africa. Renee Del Carme, CCTV, Sandton.